Welcome to episode 200. The dog picked a heck of a time to knock at the door. And I just didn't want to go right into our road trip because we are still coming back from, let's see, where we start, Iowa? Yeah. So we're still broadcasting this stuff from last September. We may have recorded a few too many episodes. I think we got like 8 more in the can or so.
Man, okay.
But I wanted to interrupt it for a moment because this is episode 200 and start with this, and then we can roll right into episode 200 and find out where we are. I think we're somewhere around the New Mexico border at this point.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I guess once I attach this to it, we'll both find out.
Yep.
So since this episode 200, we decided to break out the bonbons. So I got a box of bonbons for you and a box of bonbons for me. We actually got these, these were May Fine Foods. We got these bonbons last August.
They're like these pretty things.
So these things are 10 months old at this point, so I guess we're both going to find out how good they are. But they've been in the fridge, so...
Well, they were sealed in a container as well, so...
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you put something in the fridge, it lasts forever.
No, it doesn't last forever, but these were sealed inside of another container, so they look exactly as when we got them.
So this is a whole process. We've never had a bonbon, and so we decided to get some bonbons and try the bonbons, and it's just fun to say bonbons.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever had a bonbon, but these are beautiful.
Oh, okay, so they're all...
I was thinking it would be an entire sphere.
Yeah, I did too. The bottom's nothing.
That's even more funny.
In celebration of episode 200, try a bonbon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're so pretty. Look at that. Like, they just are these decorative things. Oh, man, that's good.
I don't know what the liquid thing is.
I don't know. Chocolate?
We'll go with it's chocolate.
Bonbon filling? I don't know, but it's really good. It almost tastes citrusy in that one. Maybe an orange. I'm not really sure.
The one does have citrusy flavor to it.
I didn't look up bonbon before we got on.
Actually, both those tasted different. One's citrusy. The other one, I don't freaking know what the flavor was. Oh, I got both glasses here with some ice.
Ooh, that one was good.
So because you should eat bonbons with wine, but since I don't drink wine, and you know from watching 200 episodes that I really like energy drinks, so we got Ghost Welch's grape flavored, which is absolutely outstanding.
It is outstanding.
I'm curious when First Form comes out with theirs.
Thank you.
How delicious that one will be.
That was close.
Oh.
And look, it's clear. So it's not... I was expecting it somehow to be purple when he poured it out. I'm like, oh.
That would be artificial.
Yeah. So that's nice.
So, salute. 200 episodes in the can.
Yes. Delicious.
Because I need a third energy drink of the day.
Great. Oh, this is my first. Yum. Oh, thank you.
So yeah, 200 episodes in, after the first 33 that are pretty atrocious to listen to, because they're just audio only, there's no video.
Yeah.
And it was literally, let's see if I can find it.
Literally?
I think I did have them.
This is really good.
This is absolutely hilarious. So what I used to do is, okay, so for like example, this is episode 6. So what I used to do is completely script out the whole episode. So for the first 33 episodes, it would be heavy editing. It sounds like I actually don't breathe.
Oh, that's the part I was telling him. I'm like, oh, honey.
Yeah. So eventually I ditched that. We brought Melissa in. We had quite a few guests throughout the first 200 episodes. You've been on approximately half of them.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't count. Is it half more? 100?
I haven't counted either, but it's
I
going to
don't
be around probably
A little more than half?
40, 45%,
Oh, you think so?
somewhere around
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't count.
Yeah. So
Yay.
where did the next 200 go? I don't know. I may interview some people again. I may do some solo cast and maybe us.
Us
No
is
clue.
fun. I like doing them. I think they're fun.
I do know that in July we are going to Colorado, so we'll we will have some downtime there to record some episodes. So we'll get some more in the can while we're up there.
Yeah.
This batch
That'll
is
be
down
fun.
to, I think I have 8. I think I have 8 left in the
That's
can.
what you said.
Yeah, I was at 54 in the can. Yeah, quite a few.
I know. We'll be ready to have non-trip ones, I think. I am.
Oh,
It's fun. I love the complete of the trip.
all we're
and that'll be
doing is
good.
we're putting the studio on
Yeah.
the road.
Yeah.
It's just the same content we've been doing.
Yeah.
It's just in a
On the
moving
road.
vehicle.
For sure. As
Yeah.
long as we don't have the sun baking the phone. I don't know. We'll figure that out too. We got another car mount that we can try and see if that's. And then there's one other one that I'm getting because I'm switching away from the one that I have because my phone gets hot enough to give me sorry, wait till your phone's cool. I had to take it down because I bought it before it was sunny. And then I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, so for you people that do record any content while you're driving for podcast or YouTube or whatever, that is the battle that we're probably all dealing with is our phones not overheating. And it's just part of the whole dealio
It's not
that we have to
something I
deal
thought
with.
of. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay. Bonbons were good. I wish I had more.
there are more in the fridge, and maybe we'll save those for another special occasion.
Oh, yeah. Another soon special occasion.
Yeah. So on that note, I would like to thank everyone that's joined us on the first 200 episodes. Here's to the next 200. And let's go into episode 200. Cheers.
Yep, I'm liking these.
All right, she's liking them. Welcome to another episode of Dad's Rules with Kevin Belzer. I'm joined by Melissa Belzer, who is liking these. We just left yet another casino with a gas station in Sky City in New Mexico, heading from Iowa to Arizona. Yay, I got it correct.
Yeah, you did.
And we're currently in New Mexico.
Yep.
I got the state correct.
Score.
Yes.
I'm liking these cards. You might have to find some more decks like this. This one I like.
I found a lot of decks on Amazon that are different companies.
But I like this specific one. The way it's asking things. This is my favorite.
Well, I don't
deck.
make the decks.
The date. I'm saying.
Should there be a Dad's Rules decks? Maybe that's something I should make.
That sounds like a project.
It would be a project. Let's just add it to my
Yikes.
list. It's not, at the moment, as we just thought of it, it's not very high up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That seems a lot.
All right, date deck, my best self, not a sponsor. What is the first
Not very
question?
well shuffled. We'll see. We're gonna get a bunch of the same in a row.
Well, you can describe a different one.
Describe your dream date.
Describe my dream date.
Yep.
Well, it would be, my dream date would be like a Hallmark moment.
Okay. What does that mean?
It would be like so over the top, Hallmarky in every way. What all the chicks dig out of what the guys do there, I want that in reverse.
Which means what? If you're designing the date,
Just all the foo-foo stuff, everything. I'm just,
well, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Specifics.
I don't know, just
Foo-foo stuff.
all the foo-foo stuff. All the stuff that wows the chicks in there. Yeah, let's get some reciprocation back my way.
Yeah, but this is asking you what would make you enjoy the dream date. Like, if you were going on the best date ever, what would we be doing that you would go, best date ever?
What would be yours?
Okay. Well, date makes it a little hard, but maybe not. Okay. Best date ever, it would be long, for one. Because it would involve food, a fun activity, maybe a movie. If I'm just going, we're going out, and we're gonna do these fun things. Because if I was doing something else, it'd be like vacation. So dream date, delicious food, fun activity, maybe a movie. End of the date.
So no
End of the
like
date stuff.
so no like let's see, horse and carriage, followed by
Where is there a horse and carriage in Arizona? The horses probably die.
followed by, it didn't say it had to be in Arizona.
Oh,
followed
okay.
by hot air balloon ride.
I guess I was just thinking
Hot air
where
balloon
we're at.
ride lands, and then you waltz off, and there's a table set up with the foo-foo candles and maybe all those little candles like designed out so it's all like lit up by candlelight, and then there's flowers, and it's like in a gazebo type thing.
I mean, I could get behind that. Just like a cool thing.
Yeah.
With an actual orchestra or
Hallmark
band
foo-foo date.
playing.
Hallmark foo-foo date.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Limo. We're going to go all out. Limo. So no one has to drive. We just get to enjoy the ride. The beverages in the back, because you can specify that they don't have to be alcoholic. They can be fun things to drink. Drinks in the back. We have a limo driver driving us around the whole thing. I'd want to stay at a fun hotel, because you know I like fun hotels. Like fancy. I would want it to be fancy. It doesn't have to be a bajillion dollars. It just has to be fancy.
Yeah, if we're gonna go to a show, I'd prefer a concert or a comedy show.
Ooh, comedy show would be fun. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Either movie, comedy show, you know, like something like that. I would just want it to be food, fun activity, and then whatever. I'd be open to a concert as well.
There you go. Next question.
Okay. Break the ice. What movie do you enjoy that most people don't?
What movie do I enjoy that most don't? I feel like most people enjoy. Well, but most people may not know about them though. Like my favorite genre movie is the Loop one, where they have to do the day over and over again.
Yeah, like the Groundhog Day style.
Yeah, 1201. Most people haven't seen it. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Gosh, because a lot of the movies I like, I think, were fairly popular. I can name a movie that a lot of people liked that we absolutely hated. The Perfect Storm. One of the worst movies of all time.
Get out of here.
That movie sucked. I've never heard you cuss after a movie and say that, are you effing kidding me? I just lost 3 hours of my life that I can't get back.
Because as far as I'm concerned with that movie, I could have just read an excerpt of how it laid out in the summarized version, and I personally would have been okay with that.
They told the wrong story.
Watching
because
that.
the real story was the true story. The rescue of the ship that had broken in half. That was the real story. That's the only part of the movie that was true. The other one they took such stupid liberties with that it freaking pissed me off.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, I hate that one. I love Hallmark movies. A lot of people are divided on that. I don't like, though, all Hallmark movies. But I like the majority of Hallmark movies. So just because it's a Hallmark movie does not mean I'll enjoy it. But I enjoy probably a good, because I've seen over 1,200 of them now. So probably 90% of them. Because there's been some that when we were done, we're like, alright. Yeah.
I don't know if this is a movie that most people don't love or not. I feel like it has to be definitely, you have to like his stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of tossed between Dumb and Dumber. There's a lot of people who don't like that movie. I find that movie absolutely hilarious. Or Billy Madison.
Oh, those are popular.
Are they? See, those I find hilarious.
I really liked Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise, and I know that people were divisive on that, but that was a great movie. And that's another Luke movie where he has to keep repeating it. And they are supposedly in talks for a sequel on that one.
I think Better Off Dead's pretty good, and I don't know if that has a big following.
I think it has a very big cult following.
Yeah,
so I'd say
I think a lot of people probably, but I love Better Off Dead. John Cusack.
Yeah,
I
it's a
just
great
can
movie.
relate to that movie so much.
Yep. Okay, another card.
Exposed. What side of you am I yet to see?
It's been 30-some years.
Yeah, that is not a thing.
Done. We can move on.
Next
question.
Exposed. What is love?
Radioactive. What is love? No, wait. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. That's what love is.
Yeah, and it's like I was watching something and they were saying how love is not a feeling but an action.
Yeah.
So people are like, well, I just don't feel in love. Oh no,
You're not going to feel in love.
I'm sure.
And you have to put action behind it anyway, just like
You do.
just said.
You do.
And yeah, that's why a lot of people just fail at it because they don't want to put any effort in it. They honestly think it's going to be a Hallmark movie, and you can have Hallmark movie moments.
Sure.
But you can only have those if you create the opportunity for them or create those moments. So
Yeah.
yeah, but you have to put effort into it. It's just not like it's just going to happen. Because if you're sitting around eating Cheetos in your basement playing video games, it's not going to find you.
No. No, but even
And that girl you're talking to online may actually be a boy.
I'm thinking relationship-wise, like love is considering the other person. It's a choice.
Love is effort.
It's effort. Yeah.
Love is commitment.
Commitment.
There's a lot of them. And the Bible has, in the original languages, has multiple words that mean love, but there's different kinds of love out there. And I can't remember them because we're driving.
Yeah, we could.
But there are like agape. That's one that came to mind. But there's different words that mean different kinds of love.
Yeah. And that's actually eye-opening.
Because
So
you can love your dog and you can love your spouse.
It's
They better
different.
not be the same
Right. Yeah,
for
those are different.
legal reasons as well as multitude of reasons.
Those are different. If they're not different, you should be asking yourself some questions.
We have time for one more.
Okay. I already have it.
That's a you problem.
Tell me about the most defining moment in your life.
The most defining moment in my life,
Mm-hmm.
that would
Pretty
be,
big.
yeah, I'll have to do the short version of it.
Okay.
It would be when I made the decision when I was still in high school to move out of my parents' house. That would be the defining moment because everything goes back to that moment. Because that changed the course and direction of my life. So it would be that moment. And it would be a much longer podcast to go into all the ins and outs of that. Like, that's a book right there.
Yeah.
But there's a reason that is the moment.
Yeah. I think that could be for a lot of people is moving out of your parents' house, doing things on your own.
But for me, it was because I was still in high school.
Right.
And so that changed, like, if I had moved out in high school, then there's certain people I wouldn't have met, wouldn't have joined the military, wouldn't have met you. It's the butterfly effect of everything. So that's the moment that I can point to definitively. That's the one. Because there's other, like, ones that you go, oh, that was a major moment. Not really. There's other things that have happened in my life that you go, oh, it's got to be that time you were held up at gunpoint. No, it wasn't. It didn't really make me look at life any different or anything you would think it would, but it didn't. Probably because I was too young, and I was at that age because I was 17 a week before I turned 18, and I felt I was indestructible still at that age.
Yeah.
So it didn't hit me the same way it probably would have hit me if that had happened a decade later.
I think one that stands out to me is moving to Arizona, because that took a big decision to continue on with that. because being in the middle of a pregnancy and switching doctors is not easy. When you love your doctor so much that you're like, oh man, can you move to Arizona for 6 months? But we made the decision to level things up doing that. But the plan, we say the plan's aligned, but it just worked out to where our debt stuff was all worked out. I had my wisdom teeth out and whatever, and we were like, yeah. And then right before we were going to move, found out I was pregnant. I was like, oh no. No, I don't want to stay here. It was like, not like being like, oh, should we stay? I'm like, no.
No, and honestly, I mean, we also had, I think the only debt we had was like one car payment. There was like a few $1,000s left on it.
Yeah.
So like nothing was like crazy.
It wasn't.
We had no credit card, no nothing.
But
Holding us back.
Last one. That was a big deal because it really catapulted us as a couple because we had to spend time apart while being pregnant, even though I was staying with my middle sister, and that was really cool of her to house us for a few months till we got an apartment. Yeah, it was like a couple months, something like that. And just how much things changed following that was kind of huge for me. Because I think we felt like we didn't have any further to go. Financially or just anywhere.
We didn't.
Yeah. We didn't.
No, we were capped.
So, I don't know why we thought it would be different. It is different. I just don't know. It's not like we plan to do heavy-duty real estate.
Well, we were capped because we didn't have a circle of people around us that were going to push us beyond where we were at. And I'm not knocking those specific people. I'm saying that we hadn't been exposed.
Yeah.
Which that didn't happen until I got to real estate.
Yeah.
So that was still, another 3+ almost 4 years later when I got exposed to different people.
Mm-hmm. It was the right kind of exposure to those particular people. Those are the people we needed to take us to where we needed to be.
Honestly, what I've heard it as well at that time. Mm-hmm. You got the message can be said at you time and time again. Like I joked on a previous episode about how it was 156 episodes before my son realized that I had a podcast. and I don't know if it was that long. I think it just kind of hit him the other day that I had a podcast.
I think he knew, but he didn't really know.
Yeah, but it was like it's like one of those things until he was ready to hear it, he didn't know.
It didn't sink in.
It didn't sink in. Yeah. It's like, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not dogging him one way or another. I'm just like, it's a simple example to give of the message was given, but you weren't ready to receive it.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. It's like I've read some things in books, and it's funny. I've read them, and it's not outlined, nothing in it, and then it's 4 or 5 books later, several years, or even years later, somebody else says the same thing. I read it, I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. And then I'll be going back and reading, because I reread books. Yeah. I go back to the other one, and I'm like, why didn't I highlight this?
Right, I mean,
there. This is really important. It's like, it was there, but I wasn't ready to receive it.
Yeah.
It wasn't an aha thing. And I also noticed that when we do book club in our team training, and I noticed in that sometimes that I highlight something, and then somebody else highlights something different. Well, it just happens to be where we are in our journey of personal growth when we're ready to hear that message.
Yeah.
So yeah, good times.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to wrap it up here. We have a police officer up ahead, but it's not for us because we're not even close to the fastest people. But we're going to wrap it up here. Like, share, comment, review, leave feedback. It all helps the show grow. Subscribe, of course. Go to dadsrealswag.com to pick up all the swag that you could possibly need. And until next time, go out and be the kick-ass adult I know you all can be.